Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly.
Lord, now we got Martell lamenting over his choice to be with his mistress, Adrian. Let's tune in to the interview. So this interview is with Stepping Pretty, and I like her. She's like, look, a mistress only lasts for a little while. That's a whole other relationship. Let's keep it real. Martell gonna say, I'm not greedy because I'm only getting what I'm supposed to have because Melody wasn't giving me any. Martell says everything is justifiable. I don't care what you say. You see, you believe you should be able to cheat, that this is what men do. You just need to find some women that want to go along with that sister-wife life. So Stepping Pretty asks him, Martell, were you torn about your relationship or were you just being selfish?
Oh no, I wasn't being selfish.
How you gonna say I love my wife and kids and I love being married? No, you don't. You love marriage according to your rules. That sickness and in health forsaking all others. Them vows was not for you. You didn't see a divorce. You thought she was just gonna put up with your ish? Is it because you just saw an older generation of women put up with it because they weren't able to make their own money? Is that why you thought this was going to happen and there wasn't gonna be a divorce? So you just thought you were gonna cheat, have and ignore outside babies, and everything was gonna be hunky-dory at the house. Martell really gonna say, oh, this is educational. We're the #1 show on OWN. We're teaching people about relationships. You're teaching us not to get with a cheater or a controlling ass like Marceau. But I already knew that. Didn't you? I think you did. Is that the lie Carlos Queen sold you to get you on this show, that you would teach people about relationships? I mean, I suppose a cautionary tale can be educational. He says that the cheating wasn't worth it, now that his marriage is truly over. I think it's just that you now have to support 2 households. Your ex-marital home, and now your mistress's home. You're just upset she popped up pregnant and you got another mouth to feed. So she tries to big up Martell by bringing up his business and he can't talk about it, but a lot of things have been changed around. Like Melody's last name is going to be on the company logo now and you're going to be bought out. I could see that. Oh, Lord, Martell's goal is to be on TV more this year. No, thank you. No, thank you. I mean, I could see you being the bad guy in a Tyler Perry movie because you're the bad guy in your own marriage. All right, that was it. He ain't give much. But then again, he gives Melody nothing but a headache. So what was I supposed to expect? Nene decided to throw shade at Dwight for promoting him and Sheree's review of Housewives of Atlanta. She said they sure use you when they need you. Well, you know what? They didn't need you, and they're not using you. On a scale of ocean to pretzel, Nene, how salty are you? Erica Gerard, multi-million-dollar Pasadena home, which is about to be auctioned off for her husband's debt, was supposedly burglarized in late January. Now, who thinks they hired somebody to go in there and steal some of the expensive stuff so they could sell it on the black market? I could see it. And so can you. The police are unsure about what was stolen. Because them assets about to be liquidated. They'll stage the theft now and then these valuables will pop up on eBay years later. I know your game. I don't know if Erica was behind it, but I wouldn't put it past her. In debt news, Offset is sued for a lost Bentley. Platinum Transportation Group, an LA-based luxury rental service, is suing the Migos rapper over what it says is the shady disappearance of one of their new Bentleys he rented in spring 2020. He was renting a Bentley Bentayga for $600 a day just for a few days while he was in Los Angeles. He then decided to extend the rental until late July. But after the 4th, Offset told them he didn't have the car. And he didn't know who had the car last or where it was. It vanished and he gave them no rational explanation. Now, I'm sorry, y'all ain't got locators on that car. You can't call it and see where it is. They ain't got GPS in that joker. OnStar should be able to let you know. They also claim he stopped making payments July 25th, despite the fact the car was still gone. How you lose a whole Bentley? Halle Berry broke up with her new man, that guy that she was posting around the holidays. They already broken up. Just stop telling us. Maybe if you don't tell us, you won't jinx it. She's still mad too that she got to pay Aubrey $16,000 a month. I'm sorry, y'all been soaking men for years. Girl, it's your turn. If you didn't want to have a baby by a bum, don't fuck a bum. You knew what it was. Ray J and Princess are getting back together in Miami, of all places. I'm sorry, they got just as many strumpets, hussies, and harlots in Miami. Everybody walking around in a string bikini. How is that going to keep Ray J's wayward penis at home? I would say maybe if y'all went to Utah or something, I could see that. But really, Miami, that's where Ray J's going to be able to be faithful and make it work with Princess. And your dog got stolen too. I'll believe both those stories since we're just gonna lie. I think what happened was VH1 said, look, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is doing okay. We need you to go spice things up on Miami because this might be their swan song season if they can't get it together. Because Joy and Trick, I'm not even going to mention the other one, from Miami, they're kind of okay, but the rest of that cast can go. It's time to turn off Bobby's light. Laverne Cox says her boyfriend is 20 years younger than her and she won't be showing him on Instagram. Well, you shouldn't have said that because now everybody's going to be looking and trying to get a photo of y'all when you actually try to go out and have a normal moment. If you're going to keep your love life out of everybody's business, then don't talk about it. But don't say, oh, I'm not going to tell you, because now the paparazzi going to be on that ass. You and Pete Davidson need to keep your love lives to yourselves. Do we want to see Michael B. One Note Jordan playing Muhammad Ali on a limited TV series? Do we want that? Because I'm sorry, but you bored the hell out of me in Fahrenheit 51. Or 451, whatever. I can't even remember it. It was so boring. You were okay in Black Panther. You were okay. But I don't think you need to take on any historical roles, dear. And also, didn't you do that boxing movie already? Is that all you gonna do? You're like, well, I got the arms. May as well use them. You couldn't do nothing. Okay, girl. Bow Wow wants to join the WWE? I didn't know they had one for kids. I mean, I ain't never seen no wrestler that lightweight in the WWE. I mean, girl, you are a scrawny, bitty little thing. I just don't see you being able to bulk up enough, much less grow up enough. Oh, Lord, he wants to create content and programming at BET. The reason I'm trepidatious about that is because we've seen your little show at WE. We've seen Growing Up Hip Hop. And if that's what you're going to bring to BET, I'll stick with Tyler Perry. Spinderella says a Salt and Pepper reunion will not happen until there's an apology issued. Good, y'all need to stay away from each other because we're sick of the sniping. DJ Academic says he knows record execs that are getting orally serviced by rap stars. Now my question is, how do you know that unless you were in the room? Because I'm sure the execs aren't talking about it, and I'm sure the rappers aren't talking about it. So unless you were in the room partaking, how would you know? I'm waiting for your answer. I'll let you get back to me on that. Apryl Jones spotted out on a dinner date with Dr. Dre as she airs with Lil Fizz on Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I guess Dr. Dre said, if it's good enough for B2K, I want to give it a try. And there's also been some fabulously delicious information from his divorce proceedings about whether or not he paid for his mistress's $2 million home. Nicole Young wants 3 women whom she claims were intimate with Dre during their marriage to sit for depositions, according to court documents. And she's looking to ask them if Dre lavished them with money and gifts. In the documents, Nicole claims the women's lawyer is trying to delay their depositions until the validity of the prenup is decided, but Nicole wants answers sooner rather than later because it could affect spousal support and the validity of the prenup itself. Specifically, Nicole says one of the women bought a $2.5 million house free and clear in 2019. Lamar Odom said Sabrina Parr has been sleeping with Chloe's baby daddy, Tristan Thompson. And the sad thing is I believe it, because they are around your partner, do-si-do, in the bedroom, to and fro. And I believe it out of Tristan Thompson because he tried it with Jordan Woods. So he's like, if I'm here, I'm fucking the family. He's Cousin Faith, a male Cousin Faith. A personal shopper defrauded Kevin Hart out of $1 million. I mean, you didn't know that you was wearing tacky little members-only jackets. You didn't know that? I knew that. I mean, you already getting your clothes in the kids section, so when you saw them bills come back, you should have known it was too high. All your stuff is from the Ralph Lauren kids section. I know those sweaters. But you see, you're delayed. You're tardy for the party, and that's how they were able to get away with that kind of fleecing. You out here dressing like Sam's Club, and these people got you for $1 million. I can't believe it. Child, they stopped by the Kohl's kids department, picked you up a few looks, and went shopping with your money. Took themselves out to a nice lunch. Well, you know what they say. A fool and his money are soon parted. So, in hilarious news, Bruce Springsteen, who just did an ad for Jeep, turns out he got busted for DWI before this ad aired and was able to keep it quiet because, you know, he's white, male, and rich. And so he was able to keep it out the news, but once the ad aired, all of a sudden, the police report came out. Honey, it wasn't in Fulton County. New York know how to keep business out the street. But apparently somebody in the file room was like, girl, the people need to know about this. And so now the Jeep ad that they spent all that money on, that already was, people were like, really? Is this what we gonna do? We just gonna act like, you know, certain things didn't happen. Okay, that's what we gonna do. Well, now Jeep don't even want to use the ad no more, and they took it down from the YouTube. All the money they done paid that fool and that stupid ass idea, and it's just as worthless as it should be. Can't even use it now. Oh, well, I will see you tomorrow night at 7 for Pop Roast.
Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.